Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are setting the stage to solve what is, honestly, probably the single most frustrating problem in modern AI engineering. If you build with large language models, you already know the pain. I mean, you get everything working absolutely perfectly in your testing environment, only to watch it completely shatter the second it touches real users. So we're going to visually deconstruct exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how you can build an unbreakable architecture.
Okay, let's dive into this. Notice this massive, glaring, red JSON decode error. We have all been there. You spend 3 hours meticulously tweaking a prompt, you test it, it works flawlessly 20 times in a row, right? You ship it to your backend Python code, and literally 10 minutes later, boom, your production API crashes hard with a fatal 500 error.
So, what is going actually on here? Why did your perfect prompt just crash production? Well, here is the harsh, unavoidable reality. 99% of prompts fail in production because developers write them for human beings to read, not for backend code to execute. The transition from human-readable text to machine-readable data is a massive chasm, and crossing it, that requires a total shift in how we engineer these systems. To get there, here's a roadmap. 1. The production API crash. 2. The playground illusion. 3. Enforcing defensive schemas. 4. The self-healing fallback loop. And finally, 5. Prompts as API endpoints.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the production API crash.
Which leads us right into Section 2, the playground illusion.
The transition from a nice, safe testing environment to a live server is our first major conceptual hurdle here. Just look at the contrast. In a UI playground, your human brain automatically filters out all those little formatting quirks. Like, if the model adds a friendly little preamble saying, "Here is your JSON object," your eyes just skip right over it. But look over at the API parser reality. Your backend parser doesn't have common sense. The exact moment an LLM adds markdown backticks or, even a single trailing comma, standard parsing fails instantly. And if you're relying on natural language instructions, like typing return only valid JSON in all caps into your system prompt, yeah, that fails roughly 5 to 10% of the time at scale. I really want to emphasize this with absolute urgency. A 5 to 10% failure rate is utterly unacceptable for enterprise software. You simply cannot build a reliable business on an API that trips over its own shoelaces 1 out of every 10 times. So let's fix it. Section 3, Enforcing Defensive Schemas. It is time to shift our focus entirely to the rock-solid solution. Defensive schemas mean enforcing deterministic data structures down at the protocol layer rather than just crossing your fingers and relying on raw text generation. Writing longer, more aggressive system instructions begging the AI to format correctly, that's not the answer. You have to lock the model into a structure it literally cannot break. To actually do this, you need specific technical tools. We're talking about using function calling, pydantic validation, utilizing libraries like Instructor, or the native structured outputs provided directly by Anthropic and OpenAI. These tools take the formatting responsibility away from the unpredictable language model, and they move it down to the rigid, predictable protocol layer. So the crucial point is how you configure these tools. By defining explicit field types, establishing default values, and locking down options with strict enum constraints, you put hard guardrails on the LLM. It no longer has the freedom to hallucinate formatting. It is forced to output data structures that your application can safely deserialize every single time. Absolutely no exceptions.
Now for Section 4, the self-healing fallback loop. Because, let's be real, what happens when the inevitable still occurs? Because even with the strictest schemas, API rate limits or just bizarre model hallucinations are going to happen in the wild. Production systems absolutely need a self-healing retry loop. Never, ever just throw an exception and crash the user's session when a schema validation fails. You've got to anticipate it and catch it gracefully. And this brilliantly illustrates the exact architecture flow. You start with your primary LLM call. If a formatting issue pops up, it triggers a validation error. But instead of crashing, you capture that invalid output right alongside the error stack trace and route it to step 3, the fast LLM repair node, which then happily yields your clean JSON output in step 4.
Let's look a bit closer at the mechanics of that third step. You pass the broken, invalid data along with the exact stack trace explaining why it failed. And you don't send this back to your expensive, slow primary model, no way. Instead, you route it directly into a lightweight, lightning-fast model, something like Claude Haiku or GPT-4o Mini. You basically tell this smaller model, hey, here's the broken data, here's the error, just fix the formatting.
The results of this specific pattern are incredibly consistent. In 98% of cases, that smaller, highly efficient model successfully patches the formatting error on the very first try. It acts as a remarkably robust safety net for your app. And best of all, this entire repair process happens in under 200 milliseconds. That is a fraction of a second. It effectively saves the user session from a fatal crash without causing any noticeable bottleneck or lag on the front end. The user has absolutely no idea a crash was just completely averted.
Finally, Section 5, Prompts as API Endpoints.
This final takeaway requires a fundamental shift in mindset. We really need to stop treating prompt engineering like creative writing. You are not writing a letter to a friend. You need to start treating your prompts exactly like strict API endpoints. They require contracts, validation, and error handling, just like any traditional backend service you'd build. To help you make this shift, we've actually provided a starter template for defensive prompt schemas down in the description below this explainer. If you want to dive deeper and see how these principles apply inside advanced multi-agent frameworks, I highly recommend exploring the source's content on LangGraph. And of course, make sure to subscribe to Sentient Path to keep mastering these kinds of architectures. I want to leave you with this final thought. Now that you've seen the architecture, the choice is totally yours. Are you going to keep trusting fragile conversational text prompts, just hoping they don't break in production? Or are you ready to implement these defensive schemas and self-healing loops to engineer AI integrations that are completely crash-proof? Thank you so much for learning with this explainer, and I seriously can't wait to see the resilient systems you all build.